My G field staff for Illusion Baits got a special guest on the phone with me, Brandon Blackmon. Brandon, how you doing this morning, buddy?
I'm doing good. How are you, buddy?
Good, man, good. Getting excited about the event on Saturday, the open house here in Valdosta, Fisherman's Paradise, right there at 2031 Bemis Road. It's the open house or showcase for Illusion Baits and for Deep Creek Lures. Brandon, just to start, just to get the folks familiar with who you are and where you're from and all that good stuff, you're on pro staff for Illusion Baits and also for Deep Creek Lures. Tell us where you're from and just tell us a little bit about your angling career.
I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. I'm the sales rep for Illusion Baits and Deep Creek.
Awesome.
I've been on the pro staff with them for about 3 years now. Great companies, man. They do a lot for me, and the baits really work. They've helped me win a good bit this past 2 years, man. I'm telling you, there's some good stuff.
That's right. Now, Birmingham, tell us about the circuit that you fish a little bit. I mean, is it BFL stuff? What kind of tournaments do you fish in?
The Bassmaster Weekend Series. I fish the Alabama North Division.
Okay.
Lake Guntersville, Neely Henry. Big bass in the grass.
Tell everybody who might not be familiar, let's start with Illusion Baits first. Tell us about that company and what kind of sets them apart. What makes Illusion Baits special?
Well, Illusion Baits is a custom handcrafted spinnerbait. And when people think of spinnerbaits, they think of the other brands. It's just a mass-produced spinnerbait. These are handcrafted. Carries with every one of them by hand. They've got great detail, spin real easy, and you don't have any problems with them like you do other brands that's out there. And that's what I like about them is you never have to worry about bending a wire or breaking a wire. They're the strongest that I've ever thrown, and that's one of the reasons I really like Illusion Baits.
That's right. That durability, man, is just unmatched. Us being in South Georgia, you being over there in Birmingham, Alabama, tell me about a little bit about the conditions that you see in Guntersville and kind of what the lakes are like up there. And after that, just tell us, what kind of colors you like to match your conditions up with over there in Alabama.
Well, the conditions here, the water changes, so fast. It might be clear 1 minute, muddy the next. You have a lot of real thick grass on Guntersville.
Okay.
And I really like to throw a good heavy spinnerbait on the grass.
Right.
My favorite color to throw would be the lavender shad spinnerbait that Illusion has. It's kind of a white and lavender color.
Purple in there, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of sparkle to it, and the fish up here just really like to see that coming through the grass.
I hear you, man. Yeah, that's a very pretty, sexy even looking bait. I love that.
Yeah, that's right.
Illusion takes care of basically every kind of hard plastic, if you will. A spinner bait, a crank bait, a buzz bait, a jig. And then when you get on the other side of it, with the plastics, you've got Deep Creek. Talk to us about Deep Creek and tell us a little bit about them, if you would.
The good thing about Deep Creek that I really like is the scent. It's a baked-on scent. It won't come off. You can leave it laying on the front of your boat. If you're not using a worm at the time, the scent's still there.
There you go.
Every one of the baits float, and that makes a big difference. If you're throwing a Carolina rig, it's not going to be on the bottom. It's going to be off just a little bit.
That
right. Makes a big, the fish react to that because, a lot of baits that you don't think about, they do sink.
That's
right.
right.
So when they float, they'll pick themselves up a little bit, and you get a better reaction to it. My best worm that I like to use is the DC flutter worm.
Okay.
I use it as a drop shot. Color would be monkey grass, and I'm telling you that is a good combination. Going down the bank, with Illusion spinnerbait, and then coming right behind it with a Deep Creek flutter worm. It's really helped out a lot.
That's right. That's a real effective 1-2 punch right there when you can throw a spinnerbait and then follow it up with a Deep Creek worm. Now you're going to be here this weekend. We've got a big open house event. It's going to be at Fisherman's Paradise showcase for Deep Creek and for Illusion Baits. And I'm sure in your career you've done a lot of these different shows. This will be my first one. I'm really looking forward to it, and we've got a big day lined up. Having some experience doing these kind of shows, tell everybody kind of what they can expect from you, from other members of the pro staff, and kind of what that interaction is between y'all as the pro staff and the general public.
Oh man, they can come out and ask me a personal question on how I would do things. I'll tell them. They want to know what I throw, and in these conditions, I'll be glad to tell them. We're gonna have a good time, and we'll go through the baits. We'll all go through the baits together. We're just going to have a real good time down there, buddy.
Brandon Blackmon is going to be coming down, and, big event this Saturday. It's going to start 10 a.m., Fisherman's Paradise at 2031 Bemis Road. And, we're going to do some fishing Friday, have the event on Saturday. Brandon, I'm going to just ask you a favor, man. Put me on some Fish Friday. Will you do that for me?
We'll do it, buddy. We'll do it.
Sounds good, buddy. Well, thank you so much for your time, man. I can't wait. We'll see you this weekend.
All right, buddy. Take care.